So welcome to COIS 3750 office hours for Saturday, the February 12th. Not a ton going on to discuss. I just want to cover a couple sort of general points. Where we are is in Module 3. We're in the second week of Module 3 coming up. So the things that we have due in the next week are Quiz 3 due on next Friday. So I guess the segue from that is to make sure that you can see the quizzes, which means having the mandatory assignments done. So the academic integrity and the course requirements quiz. If you haven't got it done, or if you submit it, you still can't see quizzes, it means something is wrong in terms of you haven't got perfect on both of those. So please review my comments and resubmit. Don't wait until Friday at 10 p.m. to submit that and expect me to be marking it so that you can see the quiz for this Friday. If you haven't done it, do it early in the week, please. I will every single day mark anything that's submitted. There's probably 5 or 10% of people in the class that have not yet submitted and cannot see quizzes. So if you fall in that category, that's fine, but don't wait until the last couple seconds of the week to do that. The other thing, of course, is assignment 1, the main part of it, worth 12% of your final, is due Wednesday night, 11:59 p.m. So that's Wednesday, February the 16th. Hopefully everyone's at least started on that or has had a chance to review the technical assessment portion and seen our feedback there. Thomas has been taking care of that. Thomas, our workshop leader, has been taking care of marking those and providing feedback. If you haven't got your part 1 in yet, you're probably, I'm not 100% sure of this, you're probably late enough that you're not going to get any marks for it, but you still need to submit it so that you can see the part 2. Okay, that's you still want to do it, and we will still mark it and give you feedback, even if the mark is a 0 out of 3 on it. So I'm not 100% sure, but at 10% per day late, it's probably a maximum of 5 or 7 days, whatever I say in the syllabus, that will accept them, but you still need to submit it if you haven't done that to move forward. You are done 2 discussions at this point completely. I did very extensive feedback on the first one and less extensive on the second one. We don't have to worry about a discussion for a while, but please take some time and review those. It'll be helpful for you moving forward. So there's some common mistakes that students make despite every office hours and the syllabus and the instructions all saying not to do things or how to do things. So please review it. So you might as well maximize those marks. Those discussions are worth an awful lot at 5% each, right? They really add up. So please do get good marks on those. The people that are paying attention will normally get, by discussion 3 and 4, they'll get perfect or near perfect. It's not a real high standard as long as you follow the directions carefully. Yeah, we've got reading week coming up, not this week, but next week. So office hours today is obviously the 12th, as I said. I will not be doing an office hours on the 19th. It's Saturday before reading week. And I will not be doing it on the 26th, right after reading week. So we'll just flow. And I say that because regular office hours now, last week, no one showed up. This week, I've got 2 students. I haven't checked to see how many people watched the recording. I suspect that's not very many, but we will resume office hours on Saturday, the 5th of March. That'll be the next office hours. At that point, you'll be partway through Module 4. Module 4 looks like the first 2 modules in that you'll have a quiz at the end of it, but you'll have discussions, do the March 4th yeah, do March 4th and March 11th. So by the time we talk again in office hours, you'll have to have done discussion 3 post 1 at that point. All right. We will be releasing assignment 2 sometime in the next couple of weeks. Thomas and I will have a discussion about that. We'll make some changes from last year based on our experience, and hopefully make that as good an experience as possible. I'll talk much more extensively about that when we get back on the 5th of March to office hours. So that'll be one of my main things that I'll be talking about is assignment 2, the next one. So I don't think there's a lot else for me to talk about that I'm aware of. Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns?
I just have a really question about the assignment.
Yeah.
So we expect to like have like in-text citation why speaking about that on the video, and then the actual reference like we did in the discussion at the end in the description box, right?
That's right. Yep, that's right. Yep.
Okay.
So your in-text citations typically going to be just edited in as as text into the video. And I think Thomas gives some very specific directions as to how to do that. So just review his instructions on that. But yeah, normally you'll be talking along and it'll appear on your video saying, whoever it is in proper APA format, it'll say who it is that to whom you're referring, essentially.
Okay. So like if we add like other sources, do you have any limit? Like only like 2 sources or like?
No limit at all. Yeah, no, absolutely not. I mean, I guess I wouldn't want you to spend the time to have 20 sources for a 5-minute video, but if you have 5, that's great. If you have 7, that's fine too.
Okay.
Take a quick look at if you go to your My Grades, there should be a rubric available to take a look at, and it'll give you some guidance about what we're looking for in terms of citations and references.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want me to pull that up now? Like I can do that if you want.
I don't want to like bother you, but yeah, you can.
It's no problem. I'd rather you were clear, and I'm just going into assignments. Assignment 1, part 2. And I'm just going to pull up the rubric here in 1 second. So yeah, I'm just scrolling through the rubric, and you should be able to see this, like I said, in your My Grades, but the posting equality is worth between 0 and 2 marks. The ladder of loyalty, so you want to define the ladder loyalty, and we want to know that you understand it fully. That's between 0 and 2. The first company is going to be up to 3 marks. The second company is up to 3 marks. So you're wanting to, if you look at the description, it says demonstrate a full and rich development of content, including answering the questions the assignment is asking and showing evidence of research and findings. Anything that you say or it says explorations are well supported and represent critical thinking skills. Okay, so there's a little bit more, but that's up to 3 marks for each company. And then at the end is 2 marks up to 2 marks for citing and referencing. So it's APA formatting. Main sources used were course materials and the provided resources. So Thomas did provide a list of some resources for you. Note references without citations as a 0 mark and will most likely impact your content mark as well. So if someone, and I mean, you've obviously asked the question, so you're not going to do this, but if someone chooses just to put a list of references at the end, but they don't bother citing during the presentation, that'll be a 0. And the problem is you lose credibility in your content because you can't prove what you're saying, and we can't guess from a list of references when or where you got your information from. So, all right.
Yeah. And if like I want to include like my own like judgment, is it okay?
Meaning you're going to come to a conclusion or
Like
put an observation.
yeah, like for example, like I am the customer of that company.
Yep.
And I've been through that whole thing, and then I can include that my own experience and my like just my opinion on that. Is that okay?
Yes, of course. Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, we want you to, don't rely fully on that. I mean, that's not enough. It's not just an opinion piece, but certainly put your spin on things, and I mean, you can support your research with your own experiences as well, and that stuff's interesting, right? That's interesting to someone watching it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all I have to ask. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Good. Any other questions about anything to do with the course? Oh, sorry, let's see. I had a question regarding the dialogue track. Just wanted to clarify if I need to add that as text to the video. No, you don't. You can when you publish, this is just an FYI, it's not required. When you upload your video to YouTube, you see that I have closed captioning on my videos, or that's an available video for you each time for the office hours. You just have to choose the language that you speak when you publish the video, and it will automatically add citations. It's when you first upload it, it asks you for some very basic stuff, and then there's a link that says additional or advanced or something like that. And there's a drop-down box just to identify your language, and then it will process it and put it'll put closed captioning on. That's not required for this assignment, but you're welcome to do that. We can turn that off or on in YouTube as well, like when we're watching it. So does that help you, Alina? Got it. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. No, we're not. No, we don't need the dialogue track. What may have been confusing, or the question may be derived from, is our recommendation that you treat this like an essay, write down what you're going to say. Don't do what I'm doing now. Talk slowly and do ums and ahs and sort of think of your next sentence. We want this well prepared, and probably the best way to do that is for you to write down your dialogue track and rehearse it, and it may take you multiple takes. That'll be the most professional. You can see the difference. Hopefully you can see the difference between my office hours where I just record myself live and the polish in my lectures where I record myself, but then I go back through and I edit and make sure I get rid of the ums and ahs and make the timing smooth and make the content better. And if I'm not happy with it, I re-record it. Whereas this is just a live recording. Don't do the live recording, do the polished attempt is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Well, folks, if you don't have any other questions, feel free to get on with your Saturday. Thank you for taking the time to drop by the office hours. It is helpful. We get some questions out there. If you're asking a question, almost for sure I'm getting multiple email on the same subject. So yeah, thank you very much, and good luck on the assignment. Feel free to email me, and yeah, have a good day. Have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.